Hey, it's Dave from CheapWineFinder.com again. And today I've got a wine from Costco. I was thinking it's 50s in Chicago today, and I went and I picked up a Rosé. And the name of it is, let me grab the bottle so I don't forget because my French is impeccable, but Henri Gaillard Cotes de Provence 2018. It's a $9.99 Costco wine. And it's a blend from the Cotes de Provence area, which is the largest growing area in the Provence region. And every different regions, there's Axe, and I forget the other names. There's a bunch of them in the lower end. It doesn't matter too much. They tend to be the blends of things. When you get up in the higher ranges, it's a single vineyard and everything. But every single area tends to concentrate on a certain type of grape. So it's different regions do mean something. And here we have this one's Syrah, Grenache, Cinsault, and Mourvèdre, which is really nice. It's one thing about Rosé has been really popular lately. And a lot of the new ones that people who've never made rosés before are making rosés now. And it's like a Rose of Pinot Noir, Rose of Sangiovese, or whatever. And that's all good. But Provence is kind of ground zero for rosé, and they do blends. So the winemaker can really pinpoint what he's going for. And it's beautiful. It's the south of France. It's one of those areas where it's always good weather. You go up in northern France, there's good vintages, bad vintages up in Bordeaux and what have you. Down the south of France, it's warm and sunny year round. It can get the rain too much or do something, but it's always good. And what they do is rosé, and these things literally taste like the south of France in a bottle. They're bright, they're sunny, they're fresh, they're crisp, and they're kind of beautiful. And like I said, you don't need to spend a lot of money on a rosé. The bright, young, fresh ones do well. And this is a $9.99 Costco wine. It's not an exclusive Costco wine. I'm kind of figuring out Costco because we've been doing Trader Joe's and Aldi's and that type of thing forever. And when they have their brands, they kind of hide who makes them. You never know who it is. I used to be able to find out who did it easier than I can now. They're getting better at hiding it. But Costco's kind of open on who this is. And this is the Wines of Grand Cru, or I forget what the name of the company is, but they're a French French company that has a wine from every region in France and every region in Italy. They have the major regions in Germany, and they have Marlborough in New Zealand. I haven't seen their wines too much in the United States, but in Europe, they tend to be like your one-stop wine shopping company. And Henri Gaillard is one of their brands, and Henri Gaillard is an actual person. He is a wine broker of many years in Provence. He's not a winery. His wines are Domaine Henri Gaillard, but as a wine broker, I think he goes and purchases grapes from vineyards and contracts with a winery to make his wines, which is a good way to get good wines at a good price, because he knows everybody. I mean, in wine, it's not exactly what you know that's important, but often it's who you know. I mean, can you get the good grapes? Can you talk to the good winemakers? Can they make you a good wine at good price? Yeah. So that's what this kind of is. And it's around, Costco sells it for $9.99, but I notice it's not exclusive. There are, online, there are shops selling it for $15. And so I figure anywhere there's a Costco, anywhere close, you're not going to be able to find it anywhere, because who's going to put it on their shelves for $15 when Costco's selling it for $9.99? But they're not going to do it. So this is a wine you're pretty much going to have to go to Costco to get or pay $15 for. And I was getting kind of roséed out. I mean, everybody was coming up with a rosé lately. It was the flavor of the month. There was rosés everywhere. And a lot of those are like a Rose of Sangiovese or Rose of Pinot Noir. That's perfectly fine, because a rosé, doesn't have grape skin, so it takes the tannins out. And you kind of get the flavors that are hidden in a red wine because oak and tannins and everything kind of cover up the more delicate flavors. And so you get a single grape rosé, you kind of get the flip side of that grape. But when you're looking for a straight up rosé, these Provence blends are awesome because that's all they do. I mean, I guess there are red wines and white wines from there, but I haven't seen one. And all they do is rosé. So the winemakers there are really good at blending these things and getting, with pinpoint accuracy, what they're looking for in their blends. And it adds, with the different grapes, it can add complexity and depth to the wine, add body to the wine. So these rosés are kind of cool. I mean, they're good in their own right. I mean, I kind of get off on rosés that are single grape just because I'm finding flavors I didn't see before. You know, it's kind of like a technical thing. It's kind of fun seeing the other side of the moon, you know. But these are good wines in their own right and fun to drink, and that's what's great. And this is an inexpensive wine. It's $5 more expensive elsewhere. $15 for a rosé is not really inexpensive. $10 is, especially from Provence. And there used to be a Wines of Provence roadshow that came through the Chicago. It hasn't come through in the last couple of years. And they'd have like 30, 40 producers. You know, there maybe be 100 different brands of wine there. And the one thing I learned is that the inexpensive stuff was really good. I mean, the more expensive because, you know, when these roadshows come in, most import people don't want to be your $10 wine supplier. They want you to spend $40 on their wine. I mean, you got to ship it. A $10 wine ships just as much, costs just as much to ship as a $40 wine. Make it $10 and make some money on the deal. But these young, bright, fruit-forward, delicious, inexpensive Provence wines were so good and so much sunshine in the bottle type wines that, yeah, you can go upscale, and they are really good, and they have these beautiful bottles. The more expensive you get, the more fancy the bottle it is. But you almost like, why am I spending more when the young stuff is so good? Not that the other stuff is wrong or bad or anything, because they're very good. And what I'm talking about, I got my glass in my hand. This one's kind of got a amber apricot pink thing going on. Yeah, it's a delicious little wine. And I was getting roséed out, and I kind of forgot what I liked about rosé. And Henri Gaillard kind of reminded me that, you kind of think, oh, it's hot outside, I'll get a rosé. No, this is good any time of the year. It's got body to it. It's got a kind of a stiffness to it, not in a bad way, but just to give the thing structure. And it's got flavors, and it's kind of layers of flavors, and it goes on, and the finish goes on. The finish has this great acidity, and it's one of those wines that I kind of like, especially with white wines or rosés, where you're kind of grabbing for the glass and you don't even know about it because you want another drink. It's like bars who put peanuts and pretzels in the bar. That salty stuff makes you drink more beer. Well, they figured out how to make the acidity in wine, make you drink more wine. Those devils, them. And they're forcing me to drink more. So I'm going to pretty much shut this one down at the moment because I'm back in the rosé season. This is a really kind of fun, delicious rosé. $10, you can't go wrong. Well made by someone who's been in the area of Provence forever. I kind of think whoever's buying the wines for Costco is kind of good. I haven't had a bad one yet, and mostly they're interesting, and interesting's half the battle. I think I have something from Chenin coming up next. I went French when I went to Costco. We'll do that in a couple of days, but there we go. Of rosé season starting to get warm. Yeah, I'm getting excited. It starts, wine is for every season, and we're having a lot of fun. So keep it cheap. Adios, and bye-bye.